Hello, 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 and welcome to another live stream here with Club de Noob. Welcome back, guys. And hopefully we'll have a good live stream today. For those of you wondering, today we'll be flying the A320neo from Orlando to Atlanta. Okay, we will be flying the A320neo from Orlando to Atlanta. So right now in Orlando International Airport, we're going to be flying to Jackson Hartsfield, or Hartsfield Jackson rather I should say, airport. And the reason I'm doing this leg is this is the return leg for the video I just posted yesterday. I flew from Atlanta to Orlando, and today we'll be performing the return leg live. Okay, so I'm using the fly-by-wire A320 today, the A320neo. And without further ado, let's actually get back into the cockpit, get this thing started up. Okay, much quieter in the cockpit, you see. Okay, let's get the tablet started here, get our jetway and ground services connected up right away. So we can do that right now. Let's get the jet bridge, fuel truck, ground power unit, cargo door, baggage truck, and all the other services. Let's check our fuel for the day. We can set it at 10,000 for the day. We can refuel instantly. If we look at our payload today, let's travel out with 150 passengers. Okay, that's fantastic. Yeah, we're looking okay for now. Let's see. Delta, a nice little cup of coffee here. The cockpit is also really nice today. Look at that. Look at the level of detail in here. The livery is really nice. It gives us the Delta branding throughout the cockpit. Very nice. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just go ahead and get our aircraft started up today. Today's flight should take us roughly about an hour, by the way, in case you're wondering. Okay, let's get this show on the road, shall we? Let's go overhead first and turn on our batteries. That's what we'll do first. Batteries are now on. You can connect the external power, it's available. We've done that. Strobe lights can come to automatic. Nav lights can go to on here, position 2. We can arm our emergency lights, and our annunciator lights can go to bright. Okay. Let's turn on our APU here. Master switch on, APU starter on. Okay. We can also increase the ECAM brightness. One thing about the fly-by-wire aircraft, the default brightness is pretty bad. That's not a big deal. You just have to turn on the brightness of the different screens. Flaps are often Flaps are open. Engine temperature is rising. You can see that outside. We can see the exhaust gases being given out by the APU. All the ground services being connected. I think the catering is done. Cargo loading is done. We're just about in time to see the cargo door close. Sorry if I'm fumbling with my pronunciations a little more than usual. It is quite late here and I am very tired. But hopefully we'll be able to pull off this flight without any hiccups. So yeah, I've been trying to keep up to the schedule that I posted on my channel for uploading videos, but unfortunately it's It's been pretty difficult to stick to those the schedule. But anyway, let us continue our flight here. And sorry, I'm just tweaking a couple of settings here. That's why I keep going in and out. Okay, let me see. All right, okay. Let us now. We can see that the cabin door is still open. Not a problem. The jetway is still connected. Yep, it is. Okay, let's go overhead and continue with our startup procedures here. Control 8. We can turn on the crew oxygen supply. We can put our no smoking lights on, seatbelts on as well, why not? We can align our ADIR systems. Once that's complete, we can then go ahead and begin programming our flight for the day. Let's see. Okay. I think I have it set to fast. Let me go ahead and change the setting and set it to instant. I mean the ADIR's align time to instant because I don't want to wait. There it is. Let's just set it to instant. Problem solved. Let's see. There it is. Instant alignment. Let's go to the McDo and program in our flight plan for today. Okay. Let's go to our initialization page. We're taking off from KMCO, which is Orlando. We're landing in KATL, which is Atlanta. There we go. Okay, that's done. Flight number for the day is CDN2, the return leg for the video that I just posted. So we'll put CDN2 for this flight, CDN1 for the video I posted. So cost sorry, cost index is going to be 100. Cruising altitude is just going to be 25,000 feet. It's just an hour flight today. Weight and balance, we'll configure that. We already did that in the tablet, so we don't need to worry about it. Let's move on to the next page. Zero fuel weight. We can just quickly copy that from the scratch pad here. 10.3 as our block of fuel. We'll just use 10.2. Okay. Now let's go to our flight plan and program in our waypoints before we do the departure and arrival. If you see in the video that I posted, there was a little bit of a mix-up. I inserted one of the the waypoints incorrectly. So just to prevent that, let's first insert our waypoints for the journey. Then we'll configure SIDS and stars and departure, arrival, ILS, etc. Okay. We'll be using the exact same waypoints that we used for the journey into Orlando, which is except the other way around, obviously. We'll fly to Wally, followed by Camjo, followed by Ibebe, followed by Dooley, and we have a new waypoint called Tartarus. It's literally called TATRS. We'll call it Tartarus, why not? Tartarus. And then we will go and clear this discontinuity here. Once we're done with that, let's go ahead and set our arrival today. It is going to be... We're going to be using ILS 27 left. Let's look for 27 left, where there it is. And for stars, we'll be using ODZ1. ODZ1. There it is. We can insert that. Out of Orlando today for our departure, we will be using Runway 36 right. 36 right. That's our departure. And our SID is going to be GB3. Where is GB3? Right here. Let's insert that. And there we have it. Let's have a look at our flight plan. A little discontinuity there. We can clear that. There we go. We have a perfect flight plan. Oh, another discontinuity. Got that discontinuity sorted. And yep, our flight plan is ready. Let's have a look at the flight plan using this view right here. We'll turn this into plan mode, and then we'll have a look at our waypoints for the day. Okay, that's our takeoff right there. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Okay. Okay. Aussie Harry, yes, that's correct. There's a turn. We're gonna fly a little north of the airport and then turn back down south, and then turn into the ILS as you see on the MFD. And we are landing into 27L. Brilliant. So everything is set. Let's go back to arc mode here. And let's go ahead and, if we look at our control MCP here, we've got manage mode available on the nav, so navigation is fine, but you can see that we don't have it for our altitude and speed. That means we haven't set up VNAV. That is right, we haven't. So flight plan is complete, but performance page is not. So we'll just set flaps to 1. Transition altitude, we're going to use 5,000. Entry out of range. Come on, man. There it is. Let's do 121 as V1, 122 as VR, V2 is 126. Okay, now if you look at the MCP, you will see that we've got manage mode available. There it is. Our initial climb out today will be to 10,000 feet, where we'll turn off the landing lights, etc. Then we'll continue our climb out to 25,000 feet, which is our cruising altitude. We can see that manage mode is now available for both speed, the navigation, and climb and descent control. So that means that everything in the MCP, the McDo, is set up correctly. Let's just go ahead and set our barometric pressure for the day. Just press P to 9.99. Excellent. Let us continue. Let's go back overhead. Seatbelts are on. External power can now come to off. We've got APU running. Means even from the control panel we can remove this ground power unit. If we look outside, we can see the ground power unit leaving us. The umbilical has just gone away, and here, but it's just gonna go a little in front anyway. Let's go back inside. We're now ready for pushback, and we'll be using the tablet for pushback today. First, let's disconnect the jet bridge. We've requested that it be disconnected, and there it is. It's going away from us. Jet bridge has been disconnected, ladies and gentlemen. So now we can go ahead and request our pushback, and let us switch on the pushback system. It has just been attached. Yes, it's attached. Release our parking brake. We can begin pushback here. While we push back, we can start our engines. Let's do that right away. Beacon lights can come on. Let people know we're about to start the engines.
Flight attendants, arm doors, and cross-check.
There we go. Cross-check being done. Fuel pumps to on. APU bleed can come on. And we can put the ignition to start and flick open the engine to start lever. Right here. Okay, the master to on. We can see the N2 should be rising here. Yes. And N1 is also rising. Let's go outside. There it is. You can hopefully hear this pull up. It's actually very difficult to hear the engine. before we can hear it. Okay, let's go back inside. You can see the N1 climbing up here.
This Airbus A320 is the emergency exit, 2 doors to the front, 4 window exits over the wings, and 2 doors to the back. Each door is equipped with an evacuation slide that can be dispatched from the aircraft and used as a ramp.
Okay, let's turn on the second engine. Or I should say the engine on the left is number 1, but okay. Engine number 1 being turned on right now. Okay, which way are we going right now? Which way should we go? Let's ask the tug to turn our tail to the left. You can also hear our engine number 1 coming to life. The Southwest taxiing behind us. Probably go inside and stop this. Okay, we'll switch on parking brake, remove the system tug here. And tug is going away. The Southwest has stopped for us. Sorry about that, sir, but you know, I kind of forgot which way I was supposed to taxi, to be honest with you. Okay, I'll just take the right about here. Okay, engines have come to on. We can now turn our ignitions to the normal. APU bleed can clearly come off. We are holding back a Southwest behind us, by the way. Look at that. Nice that they waited, but okay. Master switch can come off here. All the generators are on. Everything is looking okay here. Excellent. Master switch off, please. Okay, let's turn our taxi lights to on. I don't think we should take our runway turn on lights. We'll keep that off, and this is set to taxi. Okay. Let us go ahead and taxi. We'll release our parking brake now. We will begin rolling here. Just give it a little bit of positive thrust here, just to get us rolling, and we will now begin our taxi onto our takeoff runway for the day. Is this an uphill? Yeah, it is. We need to open the throttle a little bit to allow it to come on. There we go. That pushed it open. Okay, and the Southwest just went. I think he had enough of waiting for me. It's interesting, isn't it? Okay, we'll drop our flaps to 1 for the takeoff position. We'll arm the ground spoilers according to the checklist. Oh my goodness, I hate the servo delay on the Airbus. I really hate it. Because there's such a delay, it's very hard to know when to brake. Ground spoilers are armed, flaps to take off. Takeoff configuration is actually done. Oh my goodness. See, if I put the brake now, it's just going to stop, isn't it? Okay, we'll just follow this aircraft. Let's actually auto brakes can go to max here. Let me just put some space between us and this Southwest aircraft here. My goodness, I absolutely hate taxiing in the Airbus. Because I'm used to taxiing with the 737, which is much easier. To taxi with this, too many delays, man. It just takes too long. The servo delays between the control input and the actual action that you commanded being carried out, this just takes too long. Okay, we can turn up the brightness of the panel here. Oh my goodness, again. Okay. So, takeoff is supposed to be from runway 36R. And we are going to 36R, I believe. I'm not so sure anymore. Which one am I supposed to follow here? I think I'm supposed to go this way. There's supposed to be a turning to the right. Have I missed it? Have I missed it? We'll find out. I think so. I've missed it, haven't I? Oh my goodness. Just have a look real quick at the nav map here, just so I have an idea of where I'm supposed to be going from here. But okay, yeah, I am definitely turning the other way now. So yeah, I have messed up the taxi here. Let's see. You know what we'll do? We'll just quickly take a turn. Oh no, this is not even ground, is it? No, it isn't. Even then, we'll just quickly take a turn here. I don't want to waste too much time trying to go around. Oh my goodness, again it comes to a freaking stop. Anyway, sorry about this taxiing confusion. I literally went the wrong way. So we gotta keep going straight ahead using the other taxiway. And that's what we will do here. We know what we're doing right now. And okay, we'll just go straight using this taxiway, and that should take us straight into our takeoff runway for the day. A little bit of a confusion, but never mind. We seem to be on our way. Okay, we will take we'll take a left here, I believe. Not too sure now. Yeah, we'll take a left here. That should take us into where we want to go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll follow the southwest. Yeah, that should take us to our runway right there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and we are back on track, and I apologize about the taxi mix-up. It's quite late where I am, and my head is a little fuzzy right now. It might not be a good idea to go fly. You might see a bit of mistakes today, but you know, to be honest with you, commercial pilots often do fly when they're actually quite tired. So I shouldn't be complaining right now. Let me keep this. See, I can hold the taxiway. By the way, just to be transparent here, I am horrible at taxiing the Airbus. I just cannot anticipate the delay in the servos and the braking. I just cannot anticipate the delay. I don't know why. No matter how much I taxi any of the Airbuses, whether it's the A320 or the A330, or it doesn't matter. I cannot anticipate it. I'm too used to taxiing with the Boeings. It's so much easier than taxiing the Airbus. I know. I definitely don't fly them often enough to be comfortable in taxiing these aircrafts. Okay, let me just... We'll come to a stop here, and then we'll make sure we are configured for takeoff before we turn onto the runway. Put on the... That's it. Hello, DK from Brokers. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in to the stream. Hope you like it. Hope you like it, and hope you leave a subscribe too, man. Please leave a like and subscribe if you will end up enjoying today's flight. Hope you enjoy it. Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for saying hello. Okay. All right. Let us now go and turn off our taxi lights here. Turn on the takeoff lights. Turn off taxi lights. Let's turn on our strobe lights here. And our flaps are ready. Our landing checklist is basically complete. That aircraft, the Southwest, has just taken off. We are ready to roll onto the runway, ladies and gentlemen. So let's do that now. Oh, there's a landing right in front of us. I can't tell what aircraft that is. Is that Frontier? What is it? It is Frontier, yep. Really cool liveries that Frontier has anyway. Okay. We have lined up with the runway. Let's just go for a rolling takeoff here. Takeoff thrust set. Okay, our airspeed is alive, 80 knots at fast. Okay, V1, and let's rotate. Gear up. It's a straight out departure today. Flaps up. Frontier aircraft. Right there. Anyway, let's drop our nose a little bit here to 10 degrees. Allow the speed to climb up. Speed to rise, my bad. And we will engage autopilot. Set the lever to climb. Turn on auto throttle. Okay, let's go ahead and switch on our TCAS here. TCAS is on. Okay, speed is being automatically managed. 230 knots right now. Let's have a look at the FMC. That's right, 230 knots, 3,000 altitude. Well, it's gone completely past the 3,000 feet restriction. I guess it's because I climbed too quickly once we took off, but we will ignore that. That's not a problem. That is not a problem. Okay, ground spoilers can come to off completely, and we can set our QNH to standard now that we've passed 5,000 feet. We seem to be doing well. Now at 6,000, I mean at 10,000 feet, we just need to turn off our landing lights. Apart from that, everything is looking well. Let's go have a look outside. There it is. We just took off from Orlando International Airport, looking very, very nice, isn't it? We are on our way to Atlanta today. The flight is expected to take an hour, as expected. The scenery on the way to Orlando is so well done. The houses here especially, so well done. If you're coming in for approach, it's really, really lovely. You can see that in my previous video that I posted. We've reached 10,000 feet at least. We're leveling off. Yes, we are leveling off. Let's go ahead and turn off our landing lights here. Okay, all the lights are off. Everything that we need on is on. Beacon on. Okay, this is off. Excellent. Let's see, anything else to do? Our seatbelt sign can actually come off now, because when we climb to 25,000 feet, I think we're not expecting any crazy weather today. So let's just go ahead and allow the passengers the seatbelt sign to off. No smoking can remain on though. And landing lights can be retracted. There it is. Now we can continue our climb to 25,000 feet. And you see that we have our speed restriction is gone, and automatically The autopilot is taking us to 290 knots. We're speeding up really well. We're climbing well. Everything is looking good, ladies and gentlemen. We don't need to worry about top of descent until we reach our waypoint called Tartarus. Literally called Tartarus, which is T-A-T-R-S, Tartarus. When we reach there, we have to think about that is basically our top of descent for the day. Apart from that, everything is looking good, ladies and gentlemen. I'll have a look at the chat, see if anyone said anything, hopefully. Let's actually have a look at we forgot to check the weather before we took off, but that's fine. Let's see the weather where we're going. That is Atlanta. Let's have a look at the weather. 11 knot winds, 260 degrees, 29 degrees Celsius, quite hot today, quite a hot day. 29 degrees Celsius. Okay, we'll turn off this tablet, as I often like to jokingly do for no reason. I'll just have a sip of my coffee. There you go, Delta branded coffee, really nice. I like that the livery has done that as well. I like attention to detail, and this is really nice, isn't it? Okay, let's see, what do we have here outside our window? Nothing much, just us leaving behind Orlando, which we already did, I guess. Beautiful day, isn't it? Just a couple of fluffy clouds here to create some break, help us with some depth perception. But it's looking so beautiful. I think we're using live weather, but I'm not sure about the time. Yeah, we're using live weather, but I didn't start with live time, but that's okay. That's fine. Okay, what a beautiful aircraft. The A320. Fly-by-wire. Beautiful indeed. And we continue our climb out to 25,000 feet. Let's go back inside, have a look just for a second. To make sure that this is actually the Neo itself, right? About nothing. Right? Where is the information about the aircraft? Overview. The A320 Neo is what we're flying today. Okay. That's nice. Maximum passengers 174. We're flying 150 today. So yeah, that's cool. Let's turn off the tablet, save some battery. What's interesting to note that the border color of the battery of the tablet, my bad, also changes with the livery. So certain liveries can give you a different border color for the tablet. The color of your tablet can change. Isn't that nice? But anyway, let's have a look at where we are. We're coming up on waypoint Jimmy. It's a very short flight today. Like I said, I'm very exhausted. So I thought I'd fly the return leg of the video that I posted yesterday. If you haven't checked that out, please do check out my video. Okay. Let's see. Climb looking good here. Speed still at 290. I'd like to fly a little faster. We don't have any speed restrictions, so I don't see why we're getting. Well, let's just finish climb and then we'll see where the autopilot puts the speed at. And if it's a little too slow, I'll push it up so we can travel a little faster. And yeah. Apart from that, there is very little to do. We're making a turn here. Let's have a look at this turn here. Isn't that nice? Lovely. Another wide turn here. Okay, quickly come to level off here. Let's have a look at what it looks like from the cabin, shall we? There it is. That is so beautiful. That is absolutely gorgeous. Very, very nice. this view with the over the engines. I love it. I just love it. Doesn't it? This is just incredible. If anyone is just joining us, we are flying from Orlando to Atlanta today using the Flying Delta Airways. Delta? Is it Airways or Airlines? It's Delta Airlines, isn't it? Okay. Anyway, flying Delta, we're flying the A320 Neo, and we are going from Orlando to Jackson Hartsfield. I always get the name of Atlanta Airport wrong. I don't know why. It just doesn't stick in my head. Like, I keep telling myself it's Hartsfield, Jackson, Atlanta, and I keep saying Jackson, Hartsfield, or Atlanta, Jackson.
Once again, from the flight deck, your captain speaking. We've just reached our cruising altitude for the flight. As we begin to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your seatbelt belts clear from the aisle, as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley carts shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating near the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
There we have the announcement from the captain that we have reached our cruising altitude for the day. It's really nice that we can also hear it from the cabin. I didn't know that, actually. It's just a happy accident, but that's really lovely, isn't it? The fact that we can actually hear it from the cabin. Really, really nice. Anyway, let's go ahead, let's go back inside the cockpit, shall we? And have a look at how our speed is looking like. See if we need to speed it up ourselves. And we're still at 290 knots, which I don't like. I want to go a little faster. So let's actually input our speed by ourselves and come off the manage mode. We'll go to 310 knots here. 310, we can even go 320. Yeah, we could actually easily do 320, so let's do 320. Let's see, okay, we can actually even do 330. That will give us a 10 knot wind, I mean not wind, 10 knot leeway, something like that. Or we'll leave it at 325. I don't want to go too close to the overspeed margin. Otherwise, we'll leave it at 320 just to be safe. Okay, we'll leave it at 320 so we can reach our destination a little quicker. Maybe we'll cut the flight time today from 1 hour to a little under, maybe even 50 minutes. We'll see. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, otherwise, apart from that, one of the things with flying the Airbus is there is very little to do. If you're using manage mode to fly, there is very little for the captain to do, isn't there? The VNAV basically flies the aircraft. VNAV and LNAV in combination flies the aircraft. So as you can see, we are well ahead of our climb. We're supposed to be, there's an altitude restriction again, isn't there? At Gimi. But I think we are well past Gimi now. But it doesn't matter. No problem, no problem. We're at 250. And okay, at Kala we should be at flight level 9000. There's a restriction there. We'll actually follow that envelope of restrictions. And, yes, okay. Tartarus is here, that's where we begin our descent. We'll slowly begin our descent to 9000 feet. We can make it in time for Kala. Apart from that, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking very, very good here. There is very little to do at this point apart from mess around. Oh, an aircraft just passed us. And it just disappeared. Well, it's Microsoft Flight Simulator for you. Maybe it passed us so quickly. TCAS is on, but it didn't warn us. It's funny. Why didn't... Maybe it showed up on the TCAS and it just didn't want to say. Okay. Let's have another sip of this coffee. Hopefully I don't annoy you with this. But, there we go. We just had a sip of coffee. I'm just finding ways to entertain myself while we wait for top of descent here. And, I am checking my stream, and there is no one watching. Once again, I am in this cockpit by myself. It's a lonely flight today. No one's watching the stream, it's just me flying by myself on YouTube. Oh, is that the visor? It is, huh? Fortunately, we can't really use it. A little bit of choppiness, is that? Oh, it's a little tiny amount of choppiness. Can't even call it turbulence, really. Okay. Okay, we're making our turn into our next waypoint. That's interesting, isn't it? Let's have a look. We fly. Okay, we've reached Wally. We're going to Camjo, just 56 nautical miles away. And 55 nautical miles away now. That's nice. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, if anyone just joined, no one joined, okay, never mind. But for the sake of anyone who's watching it after I've posted it, I am flying from Orlando to Atlanta here. A320neo. Simple flight. I'm using the fly-by-wire A320. I like this aircraft, it's really nice, but I hate taxiing this thing. It is so annoying to taxi an Airbus because of the servo delay. You know, there's delay between your control inputs and the nose wheel steering and brakes. That is very, very annoying for me, especially because I expected to taxi like a Boeing. The 737 especially, which I love flying. So that's something that's annoying for me when I fly an Airbus, only on the ground, so not a big deal. Once in the air, the Airbus flies like it's too easy. Kind of takes away from the whole flight simulation, to be honest. If you use managed mode in Airbus, it's practically you have to do nothing. You literally have to do nothing. It can even auto land, although anytime I've ever tried to auto land in the simulator, it has been disastrous. So using both the autopilots, using the LS, it has been disastrous. Every time it has been disastrous. Hard landing, a bounce off the runway, something. So I always land manually with the Airbus. I just use the autopilot to bring me down into the glide slope, and then I take it from there. In fact, that's what we'll be doing today as well. We're not going to auto land, we're going to land it manually. A viewer did say hi a while ago on my stream. Seems like he has left. And another day of flying empty. Oh, just lovely, isn't it? The way how the cockpit is modeled, I really like it. It's really nice. This livery is also incredible. The way how the Delta sign is stitched onto the. It's so nice, man. It's really, really nice. The level of detail, I am enjoying this. Such a good looking cockpit, isn't it? I like the dark tones of the Airbus cockpit. I really enjoy it. This is less blue, you know, and feels kind of realistic to me. It's really, really nice. I like this dark tone of the cockpit here. I think part of like the pedestal being this dark, it's because of the livery that I'm using, I believe. I'm not too sure, I have to check, but I believe it's because of the livery I'm using. Because I know the livery does change some things on the inside, like the coffee, the stitching on the seats, some decals here, further stitching on the jump seat, the color of the tablet also changed as well because of the livery. So I'm guessing this dark pedestal is because of the livery. I'll have a look. I'll fly with another livery and see how whether the pedestal changes to the typical navy blue, army blue kind of color that Airbus has in its cockpit. Even if you look at the control panel here, you see how this is dark. This is definitely not how it is in the default aircraft. I'm pretty sure this is just the livery doing that. But it's so nice. I love this so much. So good looking, if you ask me. So nice. Anyway, because I love this livery so much, I enjoy flying it now. So I'm looking for more Delta flights to perform. So if you guys know of any Delta flights that you want me to perform using this aircraft, please let me know. I really like sitting in this cockpit. It's really nice. Anyway, let's go outside, have a look around, shall we? While we wait for our descent point. It shouldn't be too long, I promise. Yeah, it definitely won't be too long. The stream started roughly 45 minutes ago. And we took off the ground in about 15 minutes, I would assume. So we've been flying for roughly 30 minutes already, so maybe we have like 10-15 minutes to top of descent at most. We have that long to descend. Then we should be coming in for landing and departure. I mean descent. That should keep us quite busy. Looking very lovely. The reflection of the cup is so nice. Such a nice detail, isn't it? Reflection of the cup on the glass, so nice. You can also see into the distance here. Very lovely. Enjoying this very much, as you guys can see. And I have a couple of viewers now. Please do say hello. I've been flying by myself for a while now. So if anyone is watching this, do say hello. Let me know you're here. Well, I think they left. Okay. Oh well, that is that's sad, but it is what it is. Okay. Nonetheless, oh, there's another aircraft passing us. Really nice. There's another one in the distance as well. Another one going this way as well. Busy, huh? I wonder if this is what pilots actually see in real life when they fly. Do they actually see so many aircraft streaking across? I mean, it is we are flying in continental United States. I'm not surprised by the amount of aircraft we're seeing all around us. These clouds are looking really lovely today, aren't they? Really fluffy clouds. Beautiful flight. I like it when there's a bit of clouds. You know, really nice. I'm someone who enjoys flying into stormy weather, by the way. You should check out my channel. I've got some crazy videos on it. And if you do like my content, please do say hello. You know, subscribe, like. It goes a long way to motivating me. It's been hard trying to push towards the road to 1,000 subscribers. It's been slow, but I'm here. We'll see where we go. Okay, we have just left behind Camjo and we are flying now onto Ibebe. That is quite quick. Look at that. We just have Ibebe, Dooley, and then we're going to Tartus straight away. My bad. Okay, we have 61 nautical miles to Ibebe. That's not going to take too long at our current speed. We can actually speed it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and speed it up. Why not? The winds are quite calm today, so I'm quite confident about flying at the edge here of overspeed. Let's actually go ahead and fly at 335 today. Why not? Fly a little faster, reach our destination a little quicker. So if anyone's watching, please do say hi in the chat. Looking for some interaction. I'm flying by myself for a while now. Let's see, Ibebe. Okay, 65 nautical miles to Ibebe. 47 nautical miles to 47 nautical miles to Dooley, then 70 to Tartus. We can begin our descent. This is going to be quick, so Let's see. If anyone is watching, please do say hello. Love to interact. Otherwise, if you're watching this in, after I've uploaded it, do leave a comment, a like, a subscribe. It goes a long way. But anyway, enough about that. Let me see what else there is for us to do here while we wait for top of descent. We can actually push this a little quicker. I'm feeling adventurous. Let's go to 340. Why not? Flying right on the edge. Hopefully we'll reach, we only have 44 nautical miles now to Ibebe. Which is good. I just want to reach there a little quicker. Let's have a look around the Airbus systems, shall we? Okay, we can pay attention to the lower ECAM here. We can see our engines are looking very good. Oil quantity is great. PSI is great. Fuel used. Our right engine is using a little more fuel than the left engine. And that is because we started this up before the left engine. So its rate, it's going to be, it obviously used a little more fuel than the left engine. So that's why you see this goes to 790 first, and then the left engine goes on, I believe. That's the reason why we have a slight difference in the fuel quantities used. There it is. Okay, nothing else to look at. Everything else is looking good. Gross weight is 51. Okay. The air temperature is 16 degrees Celsius outside. That's nice. UTC time, I believe. I don't know. ISA 18 degrees, TAT 16 degrees. Okay. Bleed. Pressure here. The cabin pressurization is now stable. It's not changing, neither is it decreasing. That's what it means by VS on the cabin pressure at 0. That means pressurization is now stable. It's not decreasing, it's not increasing. Our PSI 7.3 times atmospheric pressure. Great. Cabin altitude at 3850. Okay. So that means the atmospheric pressure in the cabin is the same as the outside air at 3850 feet. Perfectly fine. Electricity, nothing much to see here. Hydraulic systems. Fuel. Got plenty of fuel in it. Again, as you can see, the right wing, the right I think the inboard tank, is that what it's called? I don't know, I forgot. But anyway, the right tank here is using, its fuel is slightly below the level of the left tank, and that's because obviously engine number 2, sorry, started before engine number 1, and that's why that happened. Not a problem at all. APU is off, obviously. The conditioning of the air, that's being fed into the cabins. All doors are closed, obviously. Everything is looking good here. Wheel temperatures, etc. Wheels are retracted. Let's see, what else is this? What is this? Okay. Status is completely normal. We have all the crucial data displayed here, and that's about it. SAT, yeah? I don't actually know what the difference between TAT, SAT, and ISA is. If anyone knows, please let me know. Okay. Let's come back here into the cockpit, have a look where we are. We are just 11 nautical miles from Ibebe now, which is fantastic. Should probably used a higher cruising altitude, even though it's just an hour flight. We should have used a higher cruising altitude. more exciting. But anyway, Ibebe is coming up real quickly here. Man, it is boring to fly an Airbus in manage mode. It really is, isn't it? I haven't done anything apart from takeoff, just monitoring the systems. But again, it is such a good plane to fly for larger routes. I mean longer routes. It's such a good aircraft because of how easy it is to fly. But yeah, once again, can I just go on about how lovely the interior looks with this particular livery? It's so nice, isn't it? Okay. We're now turning on to our next waypoint. Let's have a look. Which one is our next waypoint? Dooley. Dooley is our next waypoint. Okay. Where is Dooley? Dooley is right about here. We have 70 nautical miles to go towards Tartarus from Dooley. We have another 42 nautical miles to go towards Dooley. So we are roughly 111 nautical miles away. Now 110 nautical miles away from our descent, top of descent, which should go by really quickly with the speeds at which we are flying. That's the reason why I turned off managed speed mode, just to get us there a little quicker, you know. Okay, let's see. What else can we do here? Oh, the clouds have all... There are no more clouds left except in the little off to a distance. We seem to be flying in a very clear pocket. Very good visibility. Let's have a look at our aircraft from outside. Have a look at the detail of the livery and the modeling. Shall we? Okay, go outside. Delta. There is our two pilots. And we are happily chugging along on our route today to Atlanta. Let's see. Well, that's nice. This cool thing I like. Let's have a mess around with the drone camera, shall we? Let's do automatic here. There we go. Check this out. Oh, that is so cool, isn't it? Look at the level of detail on that. That is crazy, man. That is a crazy, crazy level of detail. Look at that, the strobe lights and the nav lights, I believe. No, the nav lights is this one right here. But the level of detail of the strobe lights and the beacon lights is incredible, isn't it? Look at this. It's so nice. So nice. Reflection in the background. What a nice shot this was. Incredible shot. Let's have a look at the nav lights. Oh, there it is. Look at that. That is so cool. That is so cool. So cool. Man, that is crazy. That is so crazy. Yeah. Anyway, let's continue here. another modeling aircraft here. Oh, look at the underside. It's really good, isn't it? Oh, an aircraft just passed by. Oh, look at who that was. The aircraft passed really close by, didn't it? Can we go towards it? We're now chasing another aircraft, ladies and gentlemen. I do not think we are fast enough to catch up with it. No, we're not. We definitely are not. Let's just turn around, shall we? Go back to our own aircraft. Here we are. Just messing about with the drone camera while we wait to reach top of descent here. But this is really nice. Yeah, have a look at how detailed the engine is. Interesting indeed. Oh wow. That is so big. This is just great shots, aren't they? Anyway, here we are, and let us now get back inside, shall we? Have a look at how the flight is going from the cockpit. As you can see, we are making a turn here. We are on our way to Tartus, just 67 nautical miles to Tartus now. It's asking us to enter the destination data. Airport. Destination data. I don't feel like... do we need to enter destination data? Let's see. We don't need to enter it. We're quite fine the way we are, to be honest. Just go to flight plan. We'll leave it. Just 45 nautical miles to Tartus from where we'll begin our descent today. Just confirm that really quickly. And our top of descent is right at Tartus. Yep, that's exactly where we're supposed to start our top of descent. So we'll just wait for Tartus, which is now apparently 60 nautical miles. Okay, we are really closing in when it comes to our speed here, as you guys can see. So let's just go through how we're going to perform this descent then. We're gonna continue using the manage mode. We'll fly directly down to 9,000 feet, should we? Let's have a look. No, there's way too much distance. What we'll do is we will fly we'll fly down to maybe about 20,000 feet. No, not 20,000 feet. We'll go down to about 17,000 feet at Odzi. We should be at 70,000 feet. And at Hare we'll be at, I don't know, maybe 12,000? Let's have a look. Waypoint Odzi. Okay, at Odzi we'll be at 12,500. And at Hare we'll be at 9,700. And then from there we will follow the altitude restrictions and enter ourselves into 27 left at Atlanta Airport. Hartsfield, Jackson, Atlanta, that's right. Anyway, so all we need to know for now is that we have to be at 12,500 feet at Odzi. Yeah, basically 12,500 feet at Odzi. That's all we need to know. So at Tartus, we can begin our descent into Odzi, 12,500 feet. So let's just wait for Tartus to come in. Now we are at 40 nautical miles away from Tartus. Yeah. Not too bad, not too bad. No smoking is still on, seatbelts are off. Lovely weather. We're flying quite quickly, pushing the aircraft to the limit of what is possible without overspeeding. We're not going to enter any data for the destination like the FMC is asking us to. I'm not going to do that today. But yeah, this is lovely. Even the throttles are the dark throttles. They're not light. That's so nice. I'm in love with this livery and what it has done to the cockpit. I'm really enjoying this dark layout of the cockpit. I really enjoy dark layouts of cockpits. It's so nice. So nice. It looks really incredible, doesn't it? I wish this little panel, like this area here, would also be dark. It is definitely darker than the regular one, I'm pretty sure, right? What the hell is going on here? Okay, something going on with the views here today. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So, I'm sure the middle panel here, this area here, is definitely darker than the default aircraft. But I wish it was this color as well, you know, this dark color as well. It'd be even cooler. This is incredible as it is. Very, very cool. Very cool. I should look for more liveries that change the interior of aircrafts. I always enjoy the liveries that change the interior of the cockpit. Look at how good that looks. Okay, I know I keep going on about it, but this is incredible, isn't it? What a stunning A320 cockpit. And if you want to know where I got this livery from, I just picked it up from flightsim.to. You guys can have a look. It's the obviously the Delta aircraft for fly-by-wire A320 livery. It's the 2007 livery. This is the old livery that I'm flying, but I saw the level of detail on it and the way how it changes the colors in the cockpit, and I had to get it. I had to get it. And now it's one of my favorite liveries to fly just because it changes the cockpit to something dark. I enjoy dark cockpits, so anyway, what are we looking at right now? Just 21 nautical miles from Tartarus. We have clearly made some ground, and as promised, today's flight is very, very short. We are coming into our descent point. Let me have a look at the wow. Would you look at that? This is nice, isn't it? A dark texture. Lovely. Lovely indeed. Okay, let's have a look around. Pretty much the same scenery, not many prominent features on this route. But it does look beautiful nonetheless, doesn't it? Ooh, look at that. That group of clouds right there. That looks so good. Very nice. Very, very nice. We're cruising along so happily today. And the weather is also very, very favorable here, isn't it? Such a nice view. Anyway, we are clearly, Tartarus is coming up really quickly, so let's put our descent altitude target of 12,500 here. That's altitude we're supposed to be at Odzi. Odzi is the waypoint that's coming up after Tartarus. We're coming up with Tartarus right now. So what we'll do here is, as soon as we cross Tartarus, we will engage managed mode descent. We'll also hear the captain make the announcement of descent. And there we are, ladies and gentlemen, just like that, we are coming up on our top of descent. Isn't that nice? Our top of descent is basically this, right here is our top of descent. Okay, I like that view, this is nice, isn't it? Okay, Tartarus is just about coming past, and we are now moving on to Odzi. As you can see, let's go ahead and begin our descent here. Ta-da! Let's see what that looks like. Captain going to make the announcement for
For the
descent?
flight deck, ladies and gentlemen. As you may have noticed, we have begun
Yes, he
our
is.
initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for our approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
There is the descent announcement by the captain, letting us passengers in the cabin know that the descent has begun. And if you look down here, we can see another aircraft flying away. Very nice. A couple of aircrafts in the sky here as well. This view is so incredible. Look at how good that looks. Wow. This is so beautiful, isn't it? It's beautiful beyond words is what it is. Beautiful beyond words. Lovely, isn't it? Okay. I wish I could stay here forever, but we need to go back in the cockpit and fly the aircraft. So let's go ahead and check what's going on here. We are flying onto Odzi at a very high speed, by the way. Is there any speed restrictions that we are looking at here? Not yet, but at Odzi there is a very tight left turn that we have to make before we head down back south towards the airport to make the ILS right here. If you look at that right now, let me just increase it. There it is. We go like this, we make a turn, and then we go into capture the ILS. So we are coming in really fast. It's not a problem right now, but it could be, because Odzi is somewhere here. Odzi is where we make that sharp turn. Okay, we're supposed to be at 12.5 and we're descending quite rapidly. After Odzi, what is our waypoint? After Odzi, we have Harry. And at Harry, we're supposed to be at 9,800. So we have to prepare for that. Oh, there's a crisscrossing there. Let me put the speed back on manage mode. We'll also, I'll drop the speed brake just so that we don't flatten out our descent too much, because the autopilot does favor losing speed over altitude. So since I've commanded it to manage mode and it wants to go to 290 knots, I believe, yeah, it will begin flattening out the descent. So if I deploy the speed brakes, that will allow it to drop speed faster and also descend quicker at the same time. That's why I've dropped our speed brake here. Okay, we've reached our target speed. I can now remove the speed brakes. We can see that we are flying on to waypoint of Odzi, and I think we're gonna make it just in time, aren't we? We don't have a speed restriction here, so I kind of want to fly a little quicker, but there is a very sharp turn coming up, so 290 knots is fast enough for this, I believe. Lovely, we are descending into the layer of the clouds here. As you can see, we're descending into the layer of clouds. Yep, we are. Soon we will cross that cloud layer and go under it. As we come into land at Atlanta, ladies and gentlemen. The airport already crossed off on our left behind us. Here we are making a turn to Harry now. Okay, we're supposed to be traveling towards Harry, and at Harry we're supposed to be at 9,800. So let's set 9,800 on our altimeter here. I mean, on altimeter. Altitude for the MCP. And we are moving on to Harry, ladies and gentlemen. Harry is here. So I assume we're gonna go like that. We're not gonna. Why am I not seeing anything here? Is there any manual or something like that? No. Okay, we're flying to Harry. Now to Kala. At Kala we're supposed to be at 9,000 feet clean. So let's set that. Let's set the speed brake here as well. Allow it to descend really, really quickly. Another aircraft there. Another aircraft passing by there. Okay, we are making our turn back towards the airport now. Looking lovely, isn't it? I'll have a sip of my coffee. Sorry about this. Just finding ways to entertain myself. But anyway, still flying alone. So okay. Yeah, we seem to be okay. We're now going to Posse. At Posse, we're supposed to be 8,000 feet. Yes, we are. Let's go ahead and set that as well. Will we make 8,000 by Posse? I think so. The managed mode has now taken us. Okay, we've crossed 10,000 feet. We should really turn on our landing lights here, and that's also the reason why we've now dropped the autopilot has dropped the speed to 250 knots, because we are now flying underneath 10,000 feet, and as commercial traffic we cannot fly above 250 knots under 10,000 feet. So that's why we're flying at 250 knots, and we will quite easily make 8,000 feet at Posse, and we are back on top of our intended descent profile. So we're back on track, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, look at how lovely this matte black pedestal looks. I've ranted about that enough. Let's see. Next waypoint, let's go to 7,000 after we cross Posse. That will be SLBAA Sliver. At Sliver we're supposed to be 7,000. Let's try that once we cross Posse. So, okay. What is that about? Speed brake is still on. Very well. I forgot about that. Okay, we can remove speed brakes now. We're crossing Posse yet? Not yet. A nautical mile to Posse, okay. The A320 slows down really quickly, so. Okay, Sliver has come up. Let's begin descending. What? Oh, to 7,000 feet, sorry. Down to 7,000 feet at a Sliver. 7 nautical miles to drop 7,000, to drop to 7,000 feet, which is more than enough. As you can see, we are descending well. At our next waypoint, we're supposed to be at 6,100 feet. Rome. So at Rome, we're supposed to be at 6,000 feet. We can make that happen quite easily, I believe. But yeah, we'll leave it here. We can see that there's a restriction before we cross the waypoint of Silver. We can't really. There's a restriction, so the autopilot should automatically flatten out our climb here. Yes, it does. There it is. Restriction. But once the restriction is over, it will automatically take us down to 6,000 feet, so we don't need to worry about that. Okay, we're well below the clouds. Well, a little more, some very low altitude clouds here as well, but apart from that, we are, for the most part, below the clouds. Just a few more clouds. But okay, altitude restrictions are gone away. We are descending down towards 6,000 feet at Rome. Then we have Grimpi, where we should be at 4,000 feet. Grimpi. 4,000 feet. Grimpi. Okay. Grimpi's here. We still have time, don't we? Okay. We're looking good, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking good. And we've made 6,000 feet right before Rome. We can now go ahead and set this thing to 5,000 feet here. Let's actually set this to 4,000 feet and give it managed mode climb. We have an altitude restriction. So, and we've gone past the altitude restriction? No. It automatically holds it till we pass Rome, and then we can go straight back down. There it goes. We will go now straight back down to 4,000 feet at Grimpi. You can see the runway here. That's interesting. Then it is just Depot and Jackson, Atlanta. Do we have airport in sight? We have airport in sight right there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, after this descent, I will now go and engage approach mode. I'll also engage the second autopilot, although we're not going to be auto landing. Then you can see that the speed has now, the auto throttle, the autopilot computer has commanded a decrease in speed. We should drop our flaps to position 1 here. Allow the speed to bleed off a little quicker. And we continue to descend, but unfortunately we're not descending quick enough. Let's just go ahead and open up the speed brake here to allow it to descend. The reason it's not descending, like again, it's because it's trying to decelerate first. Let's see what speed it's trying to go for. 121? No, of course not. That's probably landing speed or something like that. No, that is a takeoff speed. That is V1 when we took off. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We can go to flaps position number 2. That will help us slow down even faster. Although every time you drop the flaps, it pushes up. Okay. Let's actually go and turn on approach mode. Localizer has been caught. We're waiting for glide slope here. Let's see what happens here. We're coming in a little high, aren't we? I don't like that. I really don't like that. Let me just configure this thing. Okay, we have full flaps already configured now. And as you can see, yeah, it is actually aiming for 121. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It should glide slope. We're still not yet been caught. Come on, man. Let's actually set this down to 3,000 now. 2,000 now. See if that helps us catch the glide slope. And yeah, let's see. That should help us increase our descent rate here. Why is the descent rate so terrible? Okay, good. No, this is horrible. We need a greater rate of descent, ladies and gentlemen, which we are not getting at the moment. Okay, there's one way to do that. Let's just go to manual mode here and increase the speed to 135 or something. That will make it dip a nose. Yes, it does. That causes our VS to dip down, which is what we want. Okay, that is what we want, and let's see. Are we going down to... We still haven't got the glide slope, only the localizer has been caught, and that is not good. Not good, ladies and gentlemen, not good. 27 left is what we are going for. So we have runway in sight now, but we're coming in way too high. Well, not way too high, but definitely high. Still waiting for that approach to catch. Oh my goodness. Let me see, let me put it down to 140. Maybe that will dip the nose. Yeah, that really dipped the nose to 1.5. Let's see, does that work? Does that help us? Come on, come on. Go lower.
2,500.
Okay, 2,500. Let's drop the gears at this point.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Okay, we have the captain telling the flight attendants to prepare for landing. We have gear down, everything looking good. Let's set our auto brakes here. We're still waiting to catch approach. My glide slope has finally been caught. Speed brakes can come off. We can go to manage speed mode, and we can arm the spoilers here. Everything else is looking good, isn't it? Landing lights. Let's turn this light to takeoff here. Okay, everything else is looking good. Okay, and we are now ready for landing this aircraft. Ladies and gentlemen, I will take control at 1,000. When it says 1,000 feet, I think I should take control. Let's turn this to the ILS. Okay. We are coming into land.
1,000.
1,000, manual control. Okay. The trim is not so great, but we're looking okay. We're going below the glide slope, which is okay. Gonna attempt to stay behind the glide slope here. The speed is being managed. Well, since I have clear visuals, I'm not too worried about what the ILS is telling me. You have to remember that the ILS and the puppy lights do not agree sometimes on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Sometimes it's best to just fly it visually, so that's what I'm doing today.
500.
500. Copy that. See, the puppy lights are telling me I'm too low.
400.
Okay.
400.
Okay.
Three hundred.
300.
200.
200.
200.
Okay, 200.
100.
100.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5. 5.
Okay. We have arrived, ladies and gentlemen, at Atlanta. Okay, there we are. We have landed at Atlanta. Let's put the flaps up here. Landing lights, ground spoilers can come to armed position here. There we are at Atlanta. Let's just, I don't know why this 737 is stuck here. But I'm just going to go pretend like this guy is not here. Why would you stop in the middle of the runway, mate? I don't understand. But anyway, our taxi lights can, landing lights can come off, taxi lights can come on. Did that actually work? Yes, it did. And that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Landing lights are off, but they haven't been retracted, I think. Let's just go turn right here. Let's retract our landing lights here, and this one is a taxi. Runways, we can turn off our turn-off lights. Strobe lights can come to off as well. You know what? Strobe lights should go to automatic, not off here. Okay, excellent. Everything else is looking good here, isn't it? Now what we'll do is we will go in and park this aircraft.
The doors verified.
And once we park this aircraft, we can have a look, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go to the right or the left? Let's go to the right. That's where I see a couple of aircrafts parked. So we'll go to, most of them are Delta, obviously. Atlanta is the hub of Delta, so just like I said, I am very, very bad at taxiing with the Airbus, so do forgive me for my horrible taxi with the Airbus. Ooh, takeoff, southwest. Okay, let's see. We continue to move this way. Why are there no aircrafts parked over here? I thought I had traffic injection on. I do actually. I do. That's how there's some aircraft here, right? Okay, I'll take the very next turn and go and park this aircraft in one of these areas right here next to the other aircraft. Okay. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are at Atlanta here. Just find ourselves a gate really quick. We've got another A320, is that, I believe, parked here. Ooh, aircrafts are beginning to spawn up. Okay. You know what, let me just, should we just take this? Parking right to the right, or, you know what? We'll take parking D2, I believe. Is this called D2? Not D2, what is it? D3. Okay, we'll take D3. Oh my goodness. Coming in a little too fast. But anyway, let's just line this up a little bit, go a little forward, and then we can park our aircraft. Parking brakes are on. Before we perform any shutdown, ladies and gentlemen, we'll actually go and have a look at the replay. And let's go outside, have a look, and then we'll have a look at the replay. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We have made it. You know what? I should park a little better than this. Yeah. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to Atlanta Airport, as you can see, and it's very noisy. Very, very noisy. But here we are at Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Let's go ahead and have a look at the replay now. We'll have a look at the landing from the passenger's point of view, I guess, right? So why don't we try... Which side was the airport when we landed? That's a good question. Which side was the airport when we landed? I think it was this side. We just did taxi in like this. That means we came in and we must have landed this way. So let's actually go ahead and have a look at how it looks like from this point of view. That's good, right? Okay, let's have a look, ladies and gentlemen. I shall now begin rewinding this. Hopefully it works well, and hopefully you guys can still hear me well, see everything well. Okay, we're rewinding now for the replay of our landing. Okay, I chose the wrong view, didn't I? Should have gone with the other view. Yeah, I should have gone with the other view. Okay, I'll what we'll do, let me just quickly go with the other view here so you can see the airport as you come into land rather than the yeah, okay, ready? Let's have a look at how that went, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, it looks really lovely here, doesn't it? Really, really lovely. It looks so similar to what you'd actually see. So nice. The level of detail in the simulator is just crazy. Okay. Here we are coming into land, and there is the airport. So nice. So nice. Coming in back home because we're flying Delta. Really nice. Lovely. That was our landing, ladies and gentlemen, into Atlanta. Really short, sweet landing. And that was good, wasn't it? Shall we have another look? Let's have one more look, shall we? We'll use another camera view for this. How about we use another... Let's see. Let's use this view and have a look at how that landing went. Okay, we'll put it here. Give it a minute for it to load everything properly in terms of the scenery. Wait for the settings to go back down to the way it was. I think that's good enough. Okay, and let's have a look. Very, very nice here. have a look from this view how that landing went. It was a decent landing. And I know a lot of people like to butter their landings, but there's more to it. It's about landing at the right spot on the runway. We're a little off to the left of the centerway. The landing was a little bit long, but not too long at all. The landing rate was also pretty decent. Not as smooth as it could have been, but definitely smooth enough. Here we come in to land. Let's see. There it is. We also have FS Realistic on. That's something to remember. So this was a really good landing. Not the smoothest, but definitely I'm happy with it. And there we are. Okay, there we are at Hartsfield Jackson Atlanta International Airport. What we'll do now is we'll go ahead and we'll shut down the aircraft at the gate. Just waiting for it to reach the gate, and then we will shut it down. There's a 737 Delta right there. Anyway, we'll shut it down once we reach the gate. And once shutdown is complete, that will be it for today's video. Okay, that will be it for today's video. That is me going around the aircraft that was parked over there, remember? But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's flight. It was a really nice one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like it, like the video, subscribe, help me out on my way to 1,000 subscribers. And yeah, please do feel free to comment. Let me know your thoughts, your suggestions. I enjoy interacting with you guys, and please make sure that if there's anything, any particular flight, any particular aircraft that you want me to fly, let me know and I'll perform those. More than happy to. Okay? Alright, with that, let's come down to the gate and let's actually go ahead and shut down the aircraft. We'll actually just fast forward this bit until it reaches the gate. Here we are traveling to our gate of choice, which is right next to a Delta A320 as well. There it is. And we will leave it exactly there. Okay, let's go into the cockpit here. Okay, let's shut down our engine, shall we? Before we shut down, we have external power available, connected. We will shut down both our engines. Okay, logbook is coming up. Okay, both engines have shut down here. Let us go ahead and request the various services that we want: door forward, jet fuel bridge, fuel truck, and the lot. Let's go up here. APU, we don't need APU, to be honest with you. APU generator can come off. All the fuel pumps can come off. Probe and window heats are let's turn off all the lights apart from the beacon lights, which we don't need to. Apart from the nav lights, my bad. Can turn off all the other lights here. The ADIRs can be switched off. Crew supply of oxygen can be switched off. We don't need to turn these off. Okay. Alright, generator 1 and 2 can also be turned off. Why not? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that effectively brings us, turn this off, turn down the door. That effectively brings us to an end to today's flight, to today's stream. Here we are at Jackson, once again, Hartsfield, Jackson, Atlanta. Okay, and there you are, and I hope you enjoyed today's flight, ladies and gentlemen. If you did, please leave a like, please subscribe. And with that, I think we can leave it right here. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.